Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing on this Tuesday afternoon? Or Tuesday morning, I should say. The final day of June. We're about to be in July. Dang. 6 more months, we'll be in a brand new year. So I wanted to do this video before I went out and started my shift at my landscaping stuff that I do. I just wanted to make a quick video. I heard some things on the live last night that was done about Sparkle, and I wanted to address those things. I don't have no issues with the other guy. He doing a good job over there exposing Mr. Bubbles and William. But the question was asked, would I ever be cool with THEETRUFFF5? And the answer is motherfuck hell no. That's just like asking God, would he be friends with the devil again? No, that ain't happening. I didn't like the dude in 2024 when he did that bank robbery article, made up that fake bank robbery article about me, and I don't like him today. And I'm going to tell you why I don't like him. And then there was another situation that was brought up that I want to respond to as well. This individual has been harassing me for over almost 3 years. Okay. All because I stood up for somebody that he was bullying. So basically, Miss Berry, the honorable, legendary Essie Berry. See, I know they're going to get mad at that because William ain't no legendary. I be hearing William call himself legendary. No, you ain't no legendary. Essie's legendary. So anyway, when she came over to my platform, when there was a situation that happened on my platform, the clown and Liz Jackson wanted to come up and take over my platform. I wasn't having it. I still got the video. And one day I'm going to post that video, that particular live stream, and I'm going to show people why the clown hates me, which is the feelings mutual, because I hate him too. We will never be friends. I didn't like clowns when I was little. I didn't like going to circuses when I was little. I never liked clowns. Clowns represents, well, if you watch the new It series, from what I heard, it was a chomo. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay. I've sat here and have witnessed this individual defame people's characters. As a matter of fact, the sector that I'm in now, I'm not saying what sector that is. He's known over there. I've mentioned that name over in other sectors. There's people over there that know him. He's got a bad reputation over there. He did same stuff that he doing with me and other people. Fake articles, making up stories, harassing people. Same stuff that he's doing over here. So I will never, ever be friends with that person. I don't like him. He's a piece of garbage. He's not a man. He's a coward. He has no content. I've been that man's content for over 2.5 years. He's obsessed with me. If I go take a shower, he'll post that. If I go take a dump on the toilet, he'll post that. If I go and order something at McDonald's, which I don't eat at McDonald's because they food suck, he'll post that. If I go and buy me some new shoes, he'll post that. The dude is a creep and he's a weirdo. I'll give you an example how he's a weirdo. With Jason Paul. Now, the weirdo said yesterday that Jason Paul leaves out for work at 1:30 in the afternoon. Well, how do you know? And he says, well, he doesn't get home till around 11:30. How do you know what time that man leaves and what time that man comes home? To me, that's creepy because you shouldn't even be knowing what time anybody comes and goes. That's a creep. Number two, why I will never be friends with this dude. This dude is a racist. I've seen enough videos where this dude has mocked how the way black people talk, like that shitbag over there. I can't stand him, but the clown has made fun of the way shitbag talks. He's made fun of Lady Blue, calling Lady Blue crackheads and stuff. You know, been messing with Alex since Alex was, from what I heard, 14. Picking on him since he was 14. The guy's a bully. Now, there is a name that was given to me. I'm not going to say that name. There was an individual in the beef sector. Now, this person was kicked out of the beef sector. Okay? And this didn't come from just William. This came from other stable individuals. Because I don't take anything William says seriously. Okay? That's the same motherfucker that said that he slept with Tommy Williams, which is the brother of Wendy Williams. Okay, I don't take nothing Williams say seriously. Okay, but there were other people, including the person he keep calling 101 years old. There were other people that talked about how this man got ran out of the beef sector. You understand why he was ran out of the beef sector? Because he was over there doing the same thing. As a matter of fact, another person told me that clown identified himself as Ricky. They said they called him Christopher, and he said, "No, my name is Ricky." So he plays these little games. All right. So why would I be friends with a piece of garbage that defames people? Now, let me tell you what really made me hate his ass. Okay, so a year ago, somebody had popped him about being a chomo, right? My girl Paradise popped his ass about him being on the list. So I shared Paradise's post. So the clown got mad and retaliated and went to Canva and made a fake article about me. First of all, I wasn't even born in 1986. I'll be 48 in 2 weeks. You do the math. Because if I was born in 1986, I can't be 48 years. I can't be going on 48 years old if I was born in 1986. I wasn't born in 1986. Now, getting back to what I was saying. He went to Canva. How do you know that? Somebody in that group that I keep telling them is a rat. Somebody in that group over there is a rat. And it could be somebody that's been known to flip-flop. I'm going to just leave it at that. Somebody that's been known to flop and flip and skip and dip and hop. That's a hint I just gave you. Said that he used Canva and did that about me to defame my character, which is why I got this up here right now. Words falsely spoken that damage the reputation of another person. An abusive attack on a person's character or good name. Defame, charge falsely, or with malicious intent. Attack the good name and reputation of someone. So that man has been defaming my character, which is why he lost the channels that he lost, because I took those channels. And the other person was happy when them channels disappeared because he was over there doing illegal stuff. And I have his videos saved. The man has continued to defame my character. And the people that sits with him eats up every lie that he says. If he tells them to jump, they'll say how high. That's why I call them coons. If he tells them to run, they'll say how far. If he tells them God is coming back in September, they'll believe it. He's a Jim Jones over there. He's got his own little cult over there. And then I've interviewed other people that have came to me. Now, he lied yesterday and said that I went and found Shitbag and Alec. That's not true. Alec found me. I don't even remember how Alec found my channel. I guess they was watching Dead Girl stuff when she was sharing my stuff. I don't know. But Alec found me, and then Shitbag came over maybe about a month later. But when I interviewed them, and let's not forget Jade Milner was exposing him too. Okay? The credible interview that I did that stands out to me the most is the one that I did with the lady that he keeps referring to as 102 years old. That's the interview where we really hear about how he targets people's kids and doxes people's kids. Okay, I've heard that from several people. But see, every time somebody says something about him, it's always a lie. It's the same bullshit. It's always a lie. It's always they have no proof. It's always, oh, it's just a video, but no receipts. But you run to people's videos, and I'm sick of them saying, Michael don't know the history. Michael wasn't there. Michael don't know the history with Essie Berry. But you guys run to Tony Harvin, and you guys don't know the history on that either. When you guys defamed my character about that situation. So it's cool for you guys to run to Tony Harvin. But if I mention anything about what you all did to Essie Berry, it's gotta be Michael don't know what he's talking about. See, I don't play those type of games. You can't tell me what to believe, but yet you run to Tony Harvin. Because I believed Essie Berry from the very start when I first heard her story in 2024 about Liz Jackson and the individual that I'm speaking of. So I know Essie Berry's not lying. I've sat back and I've watched Liz Jackson go over into Essie Berry's chat and on Essie Berry's platform, running her mouth where Essie read her rights and kicked her off the platform. And let's address another thing about this Spook and Liz situation. I could care less if they were in a relationship or not. The man said on that interview something totally opposite. And I believe him too. So that's enough on that. So anyway, back to the topic. So no, I will never be friends with THEETRUFFF5. I don't like the son of a bitch. He's a piece of garbage. He's a piece of trash. He's not a man. All that stuff that he's doing on the internet, all these people that he's bullied, he will never have the courage to face those people. And I also don't like people when they lie and pretend that they're in the military. Now, I know I went back over and looked at the rest of the Cross-Eyed Creeps threats because, oh, he made a lot of them too. The Cross-Eyed Creep said that the clown had ran from Ho-Love's challenge about proving that he was in the military. Now, I don't believe he was in the military. Now, I've heard people say that he was discharged for running around, that he was, doing certain things that, inappropriate stuff. I truly don't believe he was in the military to begin with. I think that was just a made up story because normal military people don't behave in that manner. Now, I did hear that he was running up and down the street naked, pretending something was after him to get a check. I sure did. I heard that from 3 different people. He was running up and down the street naked, that the dude take medicine. And he didn't have his medicine on this particular day. and he was running up and down the street naked, hollering and screaming, pretending something was after him, and they took him to the loony bin because he didn't take his meds that particular day. I believe that too. And then Sarah told me a lot. Oh yeah, I talked to Sarah. I found Sarah on Facebook. I sure did. And one of these days, when I'm free and when Jason's not busy, we're going to do an interview with Sarah, but not on the clown's terms. So the dude is a creep, somebody that I will never, ever, 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 ever sit with. He still keeps lying, saying that Forever Chosen's channel was mine. No matter how many times that man has gone on record to say the channel was his, the clown still continues with this lying narrative that the channel is mine, and people still eat it up and regurgitate it because he's their Lord and their Savior. They believe everything he says. He's a Jim Jones. Everything he says, they believe it. What else? What else do I got to say about this dude? And the dude always watches everybody. Now, for somebody that claimed to own a business, he sits on YouTube all the time and watches everybody. He watches what you post. He watches if you change your name. He watches if you create a logo. See, he's jealous of me with the logo stuff. I've challenged him. Let's do a logo contest. He won't accept it because he knows that my logos and the characters that I've created are way better than his. He uses a little kid clown, which is creepy. And I create my stuff. My stuff is not Pixar. It's not clip art. It's not Canva. My stuff is what I create. So he's scared to accept that challenge because he knows that my material and my logos are better than his. I've asked him, accept the challenge, do a poll, but he won't do a fair poll. He won't. And he cheated the last time. Gonna say I cheated. I didn't cheat anything. So I'll say it again. Accept the challenge. Let's see who makes the better logos and the better graphics, you or me. I don't run the Canva. I don't run the Pixar. I don't do clip art. I ain't never heard of no damn clip art. That sounds like something elementary, clip art. I don't use clip art. And then they swallowed that up. When he, you know what I'm saying? When he was spreading that lie, oh, he do clip art, blah, blah. They was, they swallow everything that dude say. I told you, if he say jump, they'll say how high. That's why I call them coons. The garbage eaters. A coon is a garbage eater. A coon is a raccoon, basically, and it's a garbage eater. And in this case, his followers are garbage eaters because they eat every lie. This dude is a compulsive liar. And I busted him in so many lies. The dude admitted that he got over 200 burner phones, that he can't be found. Oh, there's been people that have found you. We know who you are. And we know who you've been impersonating because somebody else said that you admitted that you have voice changers, that you could make your voice sound like Barack Obama. And as a matter of fact, I've heard you say that you can tap people's phones. You said that yesterday, that you can tap people's phones. And like I said, with the recording that you put out, I already know you did it because you like mess. You didn't do it out of the kindness of your heart. You wanted shit to get started. And in a way, I'm glad you did. In a way, you did it to get shit started. I'm glad you did it because now I know what that bubble-eyed, sissified pastor over there is like. Now, let me get to that because I know I heard him. He made up something about a youth. Now, even though I don't like that bubble-eyed motherfucker, I don't believe that about him. Now, I know trees have told me the same thing, and a couple of other people have told me the same thing, that he did those things. Just because I can't stand him, that don't mean that I'm going to believe that. Now, as far as like him being messy and all that other stuff, absolutely. But that stuff right there, I don't believe it. You have to show me concrete proof for me to believe it. You have to show me a news story for me to believe it, because I will never believe anything that comes out of the clown's mouth. Remember, this is the same man that made up fake articles about Essie Berry having a warrant out for her arrest. This is the same individual that made fake documents about UP's CPS stuff. This is a man. Now, I heard him say yesterday that we doing the false prophet wrong about his mother. But notice he didn't correct the false prophet about coming online making unaliving threats on people. Well, I took care of that this morning with the phone call that I made this morning. That won't be going on for too much longer. But he mentioned about, oh, they over there saying stuff gonna happen to his mother. Well, look how you did CMA's mother. That woman was in a casket. You literally went on that man's Facebook page and you took his mother's image that was in the casket and you did some deplorable things. CMA told me that when I interviewed him on my channel. And then you admitted it, because even Shitterbagger told me that. And you even admitted that you did it. And all your fans over there, instead of them calling you out about it, they thought it was funny. Like I said again, cult mentality. Whatever the master does, the followers swallow it. You know? And he's got a couple of them over there that's his little bitch. Gabe is his little bitch. He's got a couple of them over there that he bends over for. The State Gang. He's their little bitch. And I'm still waiting on a video, because a couple people, I know Shitbag told me, and a couple other people had told me that he got kicked out of the State Gang one time. And whined about that, whined to be accepted back. So at the end of the day, I will never be friends with this individual. I will never, ever be friends or forgive this individual. I'm not going to be paying this individual no attention, because he won't be doing that for too much longer with the foolishness on his channel. When I say stop using my image in a malicious way, abusing AI, and I read up on that, you can actually get banned for using any AI platforms for abusing it, using people's real images, making it look like they're from the Skittles community and all that other stuff. And you have abused AI, because AI wasn't put here for that. AI wasn't put here for you to manipulate people's voices. AI wasn't put here for you to take people's photos and make it look like that they from the Skittles community. And then now you're making AI images of kids, people holding kids, like kids are off limits. And I really don't appreciate you defaming my character. And I'm going to make you pay for it. And I'm going to make you pay for what you did to Essie Berry too. I don't forgive and I don't forget. Now, somebody referenced you as a demon yesterday. Okay, you are a demon. But remember, there was an angel named Michael that kicked several demons out of heaven. Well, fallen angels out of heaven who became demons. So just remember that. While you calling yourself the demon and the boogeyman and all this other stuff, just remember there was an angel named Michael that kicked the devil's ass. And leave Linda Dorsey alone too. Linda Dorsey don't bother nobody. I'm sick of you bothering Linda Dorsey. Linda Dorsey does not bother anybody. She's a cool person. And like I said, Linda, thanks again for that message about what Essie said. Forever. Forever. Forever loyal, forever love in my heart. And oh yeah, I want to bring this up. I heard somebody say she don't share me out. I don't define loyalty by people sharing me out. I mean, you guys don't share the false prophet out over there. I have yet to have seen you guys share him out, except for when he was talking about me. But you guys don't share that fella out over there, and you guys know he's a flip-flopper. That guy is a flip-flopper. So, anyway, but no, I will never ever be friends with the clown. That ain't never happening. Not this day, not any day. I will go to hell before I ever be friends with that motherfucker. Peace.